Alrighty guys, back with another custom piece today. We are doing a Wolverine, Ray's favourite, so I'll let Ray talk a little bit more about that.
Guys, and again, as Zach said, welcome back to the channel. Another review by Unboxed Collectables. I've got a custom Wolverine piece coming out very shortly. Finally got it in hands about 3-4 weeks ago, got it by sea. Unfortunately, these days we'll be doing a lot of shipping by sea because it's just way too expensive to get air shipping. And I can't justify paying almost as much as shipping as it is for the statue. So I'm going to be limiting my customs pretty shortly because of the sheer expense of it all. But this is a very beautiful concept made by a custom group not long, well, about probably a year and a half ago. Finally they finished production. It got sent out, arrived 3-4 weeks ago. I'm very, very keen to bring it out of the box and show you guys what it looks like and how it comes together. But before we do that, guys, we are almost on 300 subscribers.
I think 20 shy.
We don't have no 15, no 20,000, but I mean, we're grateful just as much as 300 almost. Once we hit the 1,000K mark, we are giving away a $1,000 cash giveaway or transfer to any nominated account. Don't forget to hit subscribe, share our channel, and please, guys, be sure to follow Sofa from Slam Collections on Insta. Without him, none of this would be possible. So stay tuned. We're going to bring out this beautiful Wolverine piece and show you in a couple of seconds what it's about. Nice. All right, fam. Here they all are laid out on the table. We've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces to this statue. Again, this is a custom statue, so unlicensed piece. So we will leave the name out of it. We'll start off with the body. Again, this is a beautiful concept. I love the idea behind what they've done here, which we'll get into detail further on as we turn around and show you the base. And why I actually bought this piece in the beginning was because of the base. I love the concept that they have Sabretooth, but they got your standard yellow and blue Wolverine costume. You've got the creases going through all his chest, which is beautifully made. He's turning his hip, so you can see the creases in his abdominal area, which is great. The paint application's done pretty well, actually. There's I've got no flaws to it. There's a few little nicks and knacks on it that probably could have been touched up, but again, if I ever wanted to get that repainted or redone, I can always send that to Johnny Norman, the man himself, which does phenomenal work, Master Johnny Norman. So if you ever do need something painted, make sure you shoot Johnny Norman an inbox. The back end's done really well. Also, you can see the definition in his back, the back end of his chest, back up top, the muscle coming out, the definition. You can see the arms, sorry, the quads, the kneecaps. You can see his thighs coming out. They've got the veins going through it, which is done pretty well as well. It's a bit more definition in his right leg. You can see that muscle real bulging out there, the creases in his back end and in the side of his thighs, which will get Sofa to show you closer later on. All the way down to his boots. You got the little definition going through the top end of his boots there, the little string lace, the stitching, which is very well made. Bottom line, I did put this together quickly. I can tell you this is some of the best magnets I've ever seen on a statue. I was playing around with it and it just kind of snapped out of my hand right into the base. I'm pretty sure I almost started bleeding from the
bit of a workplace accident.
Sabretooth's head. I cannot believe how strong that magnet is. So great props to that. You've got no issue of ever this falling apart or dropping or cracking. This group did a fantastic job with that part. But apart from that, overall, even the little rooted hair there throughout his arm, which Sofa will show you soon, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Could have been a little bit more defined. Feels a little bit forced, and it's just there.
Kind of looks like it's just sort of made into the actual statue rather than on top of his arm. If that makes sense.
It's probably not the best I've seen. Overall, the body is pretty good. I'll give it probably an 8 out of 10. Overall, there's a box falling on the side. Nice. But apart from that, it's beautifully well made.
I really liked his armor pieces here. The fact that they're battle damaged. I'm really like those little details for me. Just like you can tell he's battle damaged. It's really worn. It's nice. I mean, again, as I said, those little details for me really win me over when it comes to the statues. So I was pretty happy about that as well.
And they're not magnetic, as in some other pieces we've had to actually put it on.
Separate pieces,
they're already stuck on there, which is even better. Less hassle for us. But overall, good job.
So we'll pop him back on the base and we'll look at a couple other pieces here.
Alright, let's get him on.
Pop him on there. This is always the fun part.
There we go.
Oh, look at that first go.
He's on.
Beautiful.
All right. Hold that one.
Look at that one.
I mean, arms are pretty standard. Very, very well made. The paint application is beautiful. The metals are very solid. The metal claws are very, very solid. Very pointy. Very well distributed. Now, what I mean by that, we've had a few other pieces where these are just very flimsy and they come kind of too close to each other. So this group has actually very well proportioned and spaced them out
really well.
Perfectly. And you can see that, you know, that width in between each claw, which just that's a big positive for me, because the other ones just come too close. You've got to kind of bend them and play with them a little bit and kind of spread them apart. So this is a big win. But
especially
apart
if
from
you're
that,
talking about longevity as well. So if you need to move it, if you're not worried about breaking
no, very well constructed. The fist, the claw, it's got the veins, good definition as well. That's pretty well made. Overall, I can't really flaw these as well. I'll just chuck these on and we'll see how strong these magnets are. Look at that.
Watch your fingers.
It's just, okay, it really latches on. Look at that. First clip.
That one there.
Want to chuck that on?
Yeah, we'll move it around that side. Beautiful.
So far, the pose is looking absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, really coming.
I'm really enjoying that. It's a little bit different, and again, we'll touch on the base in a little bit.
Yeah, gotta put that on.
This here, you know, technically there's 4 heads. All right, this is obviously just a part of the base, but I've got to just elaborate. This is such a beautifully well sculpted head. The level of definition in just this, and it's not even a part of Wolverine, like it's a part of the base, but there is so much work and effort put into this head sculpt, which we'll show you close-ups of it shortly. The teeth, the hair coming on the side of the face, he's got that classic saber-tooth, angry feel towards him. The eyebrows running all the way through, the jawline, the cheeks, the forehead, the creases in his forehead. You can see the level of anger coming out of this head sculpt. And again, it's just part of the base.
Yep.
I love that they've put so much effort into something that's not actually just Wolverine. It's just the base, and they've absolutely nailed it. Even the individual hair spikes on the top, each one popping out perfectly over the other. And it came undamaged, and it's got that kind of bronzy feel to it as well. That color application, that shine, they have done. This is a 10 out of 10 head sculpt just for the base. So big props on that. That is absolutely spectacular. Yeah. Very well done. And this is almost what caused me to bleed almost, because wait till I pop this on and you just, that's not even, like, I know you can't see it, but that there just it actually put a dent in my thumb. The magnet on this is fantastic. And again, the level of detail in Sabretooth on this base. This is the reason why I actually bought him in the first place. Because I love the fact that they put Sabretooth and Wolverine kind of lingering over Sabretooth, and it's kind of tied up. So they've kind of jailed Sabretooth, and he's got little, handcuffs or cuffs right around his triceps and his wrists, and the level of detail that run all the way through his body here, and his fur around his neck, and again the individual spiking and the bronze look that go all the way through it to his obliques, his chest. The level of definition I can't floor it. That's the reason why I bought the statue. Obviously Wolverine is a big bonus because he's my favorite character, but hey, I can't, honestly, this is probably one of the best things I've ever seen, and I love it. This group, I didn't know much about them up until about 2 years ago, but this is the kind of work that they're going to be producing. I personally think this base is 10 out of 10. For me, this is absolutely incredible. I love how they do it. The piping that runs all the way through it. The individual little detail they put around the piping. The base has actually got more definition than Wolverine.
Yeah. What I really liked about the base, though, because, a lot of your other Wolverine statues, or pieces, they've got like the nature look. So, he's on a piece of wood, he's on, a tree, whatever it is. But this gives it that urban, like, kind of like, like how in the Marvel movies, like, they're fighting the sewer, they do this, they do that. And I really appreciated that as well.
And I'm more of a plain base kind of person.
100%, yeah.
I don't like too much going on in the base.
Yep.
This is not too much. They've put a lot of attention in the front. And again, the piping around the back is fantastic. but they haven't smashed it out too much.
It's neat.
They've made it like your focus is right there on on Sabretooth. That's where your focus is. 100%. You don't really care about the back because every other base I have, or some of the bases, there's just too much going on. You don't know how to display it, or because you want to kind of get every angle. But this is right there and then smack bang right in your face.
Neat, tidy.
I love it. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. You want to show the first head?
So this is another thing, as Ray said, there's technically 4 heads, but the 3 heads that you got to choose from Wolverine, I mean, basic one here, that's just his standard, you know, with his cowl on, with his normal expression, just sort of stoic, you know, how Wolverine normally looks. I mean, if you're going to talk about the level of detail, I mean, we're going to talk about that, again, it being a simple head, there's not a lot of expression, there's nothing like that, but the way they've actually done it, I mean, even his mask, the mask looks and feels like his costume, if that makes any sense. So it's not exactly smooth, there's a bit of texture to it. Even the way that the color sort of contrasts, you can sort of see his cowl, it's not a bright color, so it's kind of faded into there, gives it that worn look, that leather look, which is really cool. Really the same to say about the other two, but you want to pop that on there so they can have a quick look at that one.
And they got the shades of blue going through it too, which has got that real popping effect to his cowl as well, which is really nice to see. It's actually a pretty good paint application all the way through it too. It's actually pretty well made, so this is pretty good too. Oh, there you go.
Strong magnet on that one.
Sabretooth is stronger. Yeah. But seam line's pretty good. Nice. It's got a good seam line. You can't really see it actually. It's pretty good. Positioned well, fits well. That's good. That's head sculpt number 1.
So number 2, again, much the same, except the little contrast here is that the cowl's kind of bent inwards, giving it that look. I mean, I don't know if they're going for like he's running and that's pushing it
probably
back,
the wind
or
pushing it back,
but what I really appreciated again is the battle damage. You can see that, you know, like Sabretooth here is obviously scratched him, gone to attack him. And even they've gone so far as to over here, again, on the top of his head, there's scratches, there's marks, you know, very, very nicely done. And again, on his cheek here. But what was really cool, again, is the contrast in his expression. You can see here, normal expression here. That's him, obviously, mid-battle, something like that. But again, I can't really fault him on the application of them actually doing it. The only thing I did see, maybe the color contrast on the right side to the body and the head. A little bit different. Could have matched it a little bit better, but... In saying that, I mean, still very, very nicely done.
I love that they haven't even widened his teeth. It's got that yellow to it too, that more realistic feel to his teeth
all his
as well.
cigars, mate.
There you go. I do like this head.
Yeah.
Tough one to choose which one you display.
Yeah, which one are you going to display?
I don't know. I have no idea.
And the last one we've got, again, just classic, you know, you got Logan. He got his hair, got his facial hair through there as well. But again, I really like this one just because it's something different. You can see that his mask and his cowl's actually flipped over, which I thought was a nice little addition to it. Something different. I mean, how many of the statues do you have where his cowl's actually flipped off?
I've got a couple.
Yeah.
I do have a couple.
So it's actually nice to sort of see that as well. But yeah, not much difference in the actual expression with his face. It's just normal looking Wolverine there. But again, that was really the kicker for me, was that his mask hanging off the back of his head there. So be interesting to see what that'll look like actually on.
And it's got some good definition. It's flattened really well.
Yeah.
You can see it's really done. Application's pretty good on it. It is really nice.
I mean, it's going to be tough for you to choose which one you're going to display, but I mean, any choice would be good.
Anyone would be good. Can't go wrong with Logan. Wolverine.
Yeah, see, I think that fits really nice on there.
Oh, there we go.
Magnet sticks,
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, see, that looks good. That's cool.
It does. And there you have it. Overall, I give this an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Beautifully well done. This is a 10 out of 10.
Well, that makes the piece.
Like, this
100%.
is what makes this piece fantastic. So, well done to the group that made it. It is a beautiful addition to my collection. I can't wait to see what you guys produce in the near future. It won't be my last time buying from you guys. Communication was done well. Efforts were fantastic. They stayed, they responded back to every text message. And there's a lot of speculation going around lately with a lot of dodgy custom groups. But I can honestly say this group will see my business again. And guys, that is the end of it. So please be sure to subscribe, share, keep showing your support. We do appreciate every single one of you. Sofa from Slam Collections. Be sure to hit him up on Insta. Check out his work. He does beautiful work. Just don't sell him anything. Because he forces you to sell him things. And then he purposely opens it up and takes it out of the box, things that should never be opened. It's just kind of annoyed me a little bit. And he's behind the camera laughing. And I regret selling him some certain things because he just popped it up like it was nothing. But
I like how you took this opportunity.
I did. I want to say it on camera.
Yeah, that was
all
good.
right?
That was good.
Then he just obliterates boxes and pulls them out and he poses them and it annoys me. Certain things should never be opened. But guys, Sofa's a legend. Slam Collections on Insta. Show him some love and support because without him, we are nothing. So we do greatly appreciate him. Guys, remember, we're almost at 300 subscribe marker. Please, we just want to get to that 1,000. If we get to that 1,000, we're doing a $1,000 cash giveaway. Or within Australia, any resident of your choice, $1,000 towards your next purchase. As always, have a fantastic day, evening. Catch you all on this next stream. Peace.
Relax. How do you want me to be?
Relax. Zen yourself, man. Zen.
So, you know, it's because I up my sitting position. I don't normally sit like
Guys, we're back with another.
that was good. I love it. I'm relaxed. Everyone's relaxed.
Are you sure that light was that close? I feel like I'm staring into the sun.
Actually, you know what? So far, I'm gonna have to back up right here. I think that's a bit close.
It's not close.
It's never been
I don't think it's ever been that
I don't think
close.
we've had it right there in our faces.
No, I don't think so.
It has.
Because it's usually here.
No, it's not. It's usually in your face.
I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we've never had access to that couch in our filming.
That's true. He's true.
I'm moving it closer now because you're saying that.
Why is it pointing at me?
It's pointed at both of
So
you.
think about your eyes.
Yeah.
Those pretty eyes.
Did you sleep alright last night?
No! I didn't.